Hey guys, so today I will be talking about glitch art, which was our topic in week 5, and it's also the topic that I'll be presenting on next week with my friend Hayley, which is kind of scary, but it means that I've done a lot of research on glitch art and hopefully this video will be quite well informed. So firstly, what is glitch art? Well, a glitch is a digital error of some sort, which is kind of quite a broad term, but there's a lot of different things that can be said to be glitches, and glitch art is the provocation of a digital error by an artist. And glitch art can come in a lot of different mediums, for example, sound, images, video, kind of real-time audio-visual performances, art installations, video games, artware or software art. That is just a selection. There is such a kind of broad range of what glitch art encompasses. So the history of glitch art is there's not really much that's been written about where glitch art came from. However, there have been examples of glitch artists from as long ago as the 1950s, and in that kind of era it was all very kind of analogue glitch art, so people would get magnets on the top of TVs to kind of make the picture go all funny. I don't know like the technical way of saying it, but so in the 1980s and 90s kind of digital media came into more widespread use. For example, gaming consoles came out, perhaps made by Nintendo or Sega, and that kind of triggered the phenomenon of circuit bending, which is basically when people rewire their electronic devices in order to make them glitch and produce kind of weird effects in terms of both sound and video. So that kind of developed, and then when the internet came into use, glitch art really spread through sites like Reddit. There's a subreddit especially for glitch art, and a lot of artists kind of communicate on there and show other people what they've been coming up with. But then more recently there's been things like the Glitch Safari movement, which is a Flickr page and also a Vimeo page, and it basically shows real life glitches. So if people see a glitch perhaps on the subway or on their own TV, they'll film it or they'll take a picture of it, and then they will upload it to the internet for other people to see. So compared to kind of GIFs and memes and things like that, glitch art is a lot less widespread. However, there are quite a few uses, and some of them that I noted down were in pop culture. For example, the Kanye West Welcome to Heartbreak music video uses glitch art. In Wreck-It Ralph cartoon, there's a character in that is a glitch. Also art exhibitions, particularly Rosa Menkman, who's one of the kind of big figures in glitch art. She's had a few exhibitions in Poland, which I found pictures of. There's also kind of performance glitching, which is kind of video jockeying but with glitches in the sound. So for example, people will use Nintendo circuit boards and make really cool sounds from that for a live audience. Glitch art's also had some kind of commercialisation. For example, you can buy glitch art ties, glitch art shoes, all sorts of merchandise. And then, as I said before, on Flickr and Reddit is another use of people who just use glitch art for fun. So you might not know that there's actually a lot of different types of glitch art, and these can come under the categories of analogue and digital. So under analogue we've got feedback, which is when you send outputs back to inputs in TV or computer monitors to make devices act erratically. Here's an example, this picture here. And then we've also got circuit bending, which like I said before is when you kind of rewire electronics. And then we've got wobulating, which is, it sounds pretty cool, it's when you use a magnet to interfere with electric devices. So then we have digital glitch art, and there's two different types. The first is data bending, and this takes advantage of the universal language of digital media, which is kind of, you can convert any file into this one raw format, and then you can, it gives you a code and you can kind of take bits out or put bits in or put effects on it, and then you can convert it back into an image or whatever file type it was before, and it will be markedly different. And then the last type of digital glitching is data moshing, which is a type of video compression, and this is kind of what Kanye West used in his video, and it looks really, really cool. It's kind of trippy, but it's awesome. So I think for most people, when they first see glitch art, it just looks like something's gone wrong, and it doesn't look like some kind of beautiful artwork at all. It just looks like an error. So we were kind of thinking about why people like glitch art, and we found a lot of reasons actually, which are quite interesting, so I'll go into some of them. The first one is the kind of nostalgia of glitches. I remember in the 1990s when I was a kid, we used to have videos, we used to have cassettes, all sorts of things like that, and they would glitch a lot of the time. Like even when you're rewinding them, there'd be all sorts of like weird stuff going on. And I think glitch art just reminds people of their childhood when technology wasn't quite as advanced. And then another reason is the kind of fascination that we have with electronics rebelling against their intended purpose. So with computers, with people who are supposed to be controlling the computers, they listen to what we say. With glitch art, however, it's almost the exact opposite, because we have very little input in what the computers are doing, and it's almost like they have a mind of their own, which is kind of intriguing because I don't know, maybe it's reminiscent of sci-fi films when computers just do what they want. And then another reason that people like glitch art is simply the unpredictability of it. You don't know what you're going to get when you put a glitch on your form of media, and it's like the suspense of kind of waiting to see what you've created is really quite exciting, I found. So I think that's an appeal for a lot of people. So now I'll talk about my personal thoughts on glitch art, and I must admit that because I'm a photographer, I'm used to kind of composing a shot really carefully and then making sure all the tones are correct, all the exposure's correct afterwards in Photoshop, and I'm used to having so much control over my own artwork. And with glitch art, however, this is completely the opposite, and I found that the results were quite kind of messy, and I really hated not being able to like exactly manipulate how I wanted my glitches to be. But I read on the internet a comment which I found really intriguing. And it said that in reality, all photography is a glitch because it's freezing something that's meant to continue progressing. So in this sense, all photography is a form of glitch art because it's not really natural, it's an error that humans have created basically, but it's just an accepted error because it's been around for so long and it's just seen as something normal. So this is a photo that I found by one of my favourite photographers, which has a glitched effect, but actually he made it by kind of sewing together a few different glitched images in Photoshop to make it exactly how he wanted. So because the photographers had so much control over the end result of this image, I don't think I would actually be able to call this glitch art. I think I would call this imitation glitch art, which is one of the kind of debates in the whole glitch art community, where to draw the line on glitch art and imitation glitch art. Because if it hasn't happened naturally, then some people say that it's not actually glitch art. So the real glitches would be things like on like billboards when they go wrong, rather than things that like what we've made in Audacity or or the photo that I just showed you, which has been intentionally created that way. So another question that arises from the topic of glitch art is who is really in control, whether it's the computers or the humans, because I mean humans have created all this code, but the computers kind of create their own glitches and we don't have control directly over what the glitches will look like. So I don't really know the answer to that question, and I'd be interested to know what you think. And then also how glitch art will continue to evolve in the future. I mean, it's already a little bit commercialised, but will it become more commercialised? Will it become more mainstream? It's already been in a few music videos. Will it be in like different forms of media, in films perhaps, in advertising? So there's a lot of different ways it could go, and I don't really know what's going to happen. So yeah, that's all I have to say on glitch art, and I will see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye!